Kobe Bryant was the most hated basketball player on the planet. Not disliked. Not booed. Hated. Rival fans wanted Kobe to lose. Teammates whispered about Kobe behind closed doors. A Hall of Fame coach labeled Kobe a juvenile narcissist to Kobe's face. And in the summer of 2003, half the free world stopped rooting for Kobe entirely. So how did the same man everyone despised become the most universally loved athlete of a generation? Buckle in, because this is the version of the Black Mamba story nobody wants to admit out loud, the version that has been buried under decades of highlight reels and hashtags and Hall of Fame speeches and glossy documentaries and manufactured mythology built for cash. Rewind to a random Tuesday night, any arena, anywhere outside Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant walks out of a tunnel and 18,000 strangers rise to their feet just to scream insults at Kobe. Grown men in expensive jerseys shout things you cannot repeat on television. Women boo. Children mimic Kobe's shooting form only to cackle when Kobe misses. And Kobe? Kobe smiles. Kobe actually feeds off it. Kobe swallows the noise like oxygen. Because Kobe learned something at 6 years old that most athletes never figure out. Being hated is not a punishment. Being hated is fuel. Being hated is proof that Kobe is doing something nobody else is willing to do. And that is exactly where this story has to begin. Not in Los Angeles. Not at Staples Center. Not even in America. Not on any hardwood floor at all. It begins in a place most fans never associate with a basketball icon, in a country where basketball was barely even a real sport at the time Kobe first arrived as a small boy with a leather ball. Picture a small Italian town in the 1980s. Cobblestone streets. Pasta simmering in every kitchen. And one lonely little black kid dribbling a basketball against a wall because no other child in the neighborhood speaks Kobe's language. Joe Bryant, Kobe's father, had taken the family to Italy chasing a paycheck. And little Kobe Bean Bryant, 6 years old, arrived in a country where Kobe looked different, sounded different, thought different. Kobe was clueless. Kobe was terrified. Kobe was alone. So Kobe did what only Kobe would do. Kobe learned Italian in weeks. Kobe absorbed the culture like a sponge. Kobe befriended kids twice Kobe's age by dominating them on the playground. But when the family finally sailed back to Philadelphia years later, Kobe was suddenly an outsider again. Because now Kobe did not understand American slang. Kobe dressed in tailored European clothes while other teenagers wore baggy jerseys. Kobe carried old-world manners into a locker room built on street cred. Kobe was rich. Kobe was polite. Kobe was weird. And that weirdness carved something dangerous inside Kobe's chest. Kobe stopped needing people. Kobe only needed a ball. That single decision, made by a homesick teenager in a Philadelphia bedroom, would shape every relationship Kobe ever had for the next 30 years of Kobe's own life. Fast forward to 1996. A 17-year-old kid stands at a podium wearing an olive green Italian suit and sunglasses indoors. Kobe leans into the microphone, pauses for maximum drama, and announces that Kobe is skipping college and going straight to the NBA. Cameras click. Parents in the audience frown. Old-school basketball fans lose their minds. No shooting guard had ever pulled a move that arrogant. Kobe was essentially telling the sport, "I am too good for your traditions." A few weeks later, Kobe rolls up to prom with the R&B star Brandy. Kobe's classmates roll their eyes. "It is not Kobe's prom," one of them snaps. "It is our prom. We are the class of 1996, not the class of Kobe." Then Kobe signs a $48 million shoe deal before Kobe is even drafted. Then Kobe gets shipped to the Lakers. Then Kobe walks into training camp and greets a locker room stacked with veterans by saying, and this is a direct quote, "Yo, I am Kobe Bryant. Nobody is going to punk me. So be warned." 18 years old. Rookie. Riding the bench. And already telling 7-year veterans to be scared of Kobe. Even Shaquille O'Neal shook Kobe's head and thought, this kid is going to be a problem. Nobody in that room could tell whether Kobe was insanely confident or just insane, and Kobe seemed to enjoy the ambiguity for years afterward. Utah, 1997. Game 5 of the Western Semifinals. Rookie Kobe Bryant, 18 years old, takes shot after shot in the biggest moment of Kobe's young life. And Kobe misses. Kobe misses again. Kobe misses again. 4 straight air balls in the closing minutes. The Lakers lose. The talk shows explode. Every hater in America suddenly has a headline. And what did Kobe do that night? Kobe drove to a high school gym at 3 in the morning. Kobe turned the lights on. Kobe shot until the sun rose. Kobe did not cry. Kobe did not hide. Kobe rehearsed. Because to Kobe, an airball was not a failure. An airball was homework. That obsessive, monk-like devotion is the secret ingredient nobody bothered to notice while everyone was busy calling Kobe cocky. Kobe was cocky. But Kobe had earned it 1,000 hours before anyone else laced up. That night in Utah did not break Kobe. That night invented Kobe. That night poured concrete over the foundation of every trophy Kobe would ever lift above Kobe's own head. Now welcome to the strangest part of the Black Mamba mythology. The Lakers won 3 straight championships between 2000 and 2002. 3 parades. 3 trophies. 3 finals runs featuring Shaq and Kobe as the most devastating duo the league had seen in decades. And yet, inside that locker room, nobody actually liked Kobe. Not really. Kobe did not eat dinners with the team. Kobe did not go to clubs. Kobe did not laugh at Shaq's jokes. Kobe would sit alone in a hotel room, VCR humming, watching tape of tomorrow's opponent until 2 in the morning while teammates were out enjoying being famous. Kobe once complained to Jerry West that Kobe's teammates hated Kobe. And Jerry West, the greatest Laker of all time, replied without blinking, "If I were your teammate, I would hate you too." That single sentence should live in a museum. Because it captures the terrible truth about Kobe. Kobe was not building friendships. Kobe was building a legacy. And the two are not always the same thing. Trophies come with parades. Legacies come with silence. Kobe chose silence every single time without hesitation. Now brace yourself. Because here comes the moment that turned even the biggest Kobe fans into Kobe haters. Colorado. Summer of 2003. Kobe walks into a resort hotel for knee surgery and walks out with a scandal that redefines Kobe's entire public identity. A 19-year-old hotel employee accuses Kobe of assault. Kobe admits to the affair but denies the criminal charge. And overnight, Kobe stops being a basketball villain and becomes something much heavier. Kobe stands next to Kobe's wife Vanessa at the toughest press conference of Kobe's life. Kobe apologizes for the adultery. Kobe swears innocence on the criminal accusation. Kobe cries on national television. Endorsements evaporate. Sponsors run. Barbershops split into rival camps that argue for years. And in the middle of the storm, Kobe does something even more damaging. Kobe throws Shaquille O'Neal directly under the bus in a police interview, suggesting Shaq had allegedly paid women in similar situations. In the macho, code of silence NBA world, that leak was worse than any lawsuit. That leak made Kobe radioactive. Overnight, Kobe was not just the most disliked athlete in basketball. Kobe was the most despised man in professional sports. The story eventually settled quietly out of court, but the damage to Kobe's public image was permanent, sunk deep like rust into steel. Chapter 6: The feud that could have ended in bloodshed. Training camp, October 2003. Kobe walks into a locker room where Shaq allegedly says, "The full team is here," while looking directly past Kobe. Kobe gives an interview to Jim Gray and unloads everything. Kobe calls Shaq fat. Kobe calls Shaq lazy. Kobe says the guy selling donuts at 7-Eleven has more pride in the guy's job than Shaq does in his. Kobe says a real brother would have called Kobe after the Colorado nightmare, and Shaq never did. Shaq reportedly threatens to physically kill Kobe. Kobe drives to practice pumped up hoping for a fistfight. Kobe wants the punch. Kobe wants the bruise. Kobe wants a reason to prove Kobe is not afraid of the biggest human on earth. Brian Shaw steps in the middle and calms both grown men down like a middle school teacher. And that is the exact moment the Lakers dynasty officially begins to rot from the inside. 6 months later, Kobe and Shaq lose the 2004 finals to Detroit in 5 embarrassing games. Kobe reportedly turns to a teammate on the plane home and mutters, "I am never playing with that guy again." One sentence. One flight. One dynasty officially over before landing on the tarmac in Los Angeles. Here comes the angle everyone forgot. Because for years, fans blamed Kobe for driving Shaq out of Los Angeles. Kobe took the heat. Kobe absorbed the punishment. Kobe wore the villain hat while sports radio screamed nightly. But rewind carefully. Dr. Jerry Buss, the Lakers' owner, was sitting on a decision. Buss looked at a 32-year-old Shaq demanding max money. Then Buss looked at a 25-year-old Kobe in Kobe's absolute prime. And Buss, not Kobe, made the call. Buss shipped Shaq to Miami. Buss re-signed Kobe. When asked years later how much Kobe influenced both departures, Kobe answered plainly. Zero. Nothing. But people always wanted to run with the biggest story. The biggest story was that Kobe destroyed the dynasty. The truth was that a billionaire owner ran the numbers on a calculator. History remembers the villain the loudest, not the villain who was actually in the room. That is the part of the timeline every documentary conveniently skips over, and Kobe never once corrected the narrative in public. By 2005 and 2006, Kobe Bryant is drowning. The Lakers finished 34-48. Kobe's Achilles is fine, but Kobe's reputation is shredded. Phil Jackson releases a book calling Kobe a juvenile narcissist. Phil Jackson calls Kobe uncoachable in print. Free agents call agents and tell agents, "I do not want to play with Kobe." An ESPN magazine story confirms it in black and white. Kobe's teammates become chronic public whipping boys. Everybody who touches Kobe becomes collateral damage. And still, Kobe averages 35.4 points a game. Still, Kobe drops 81 on the Toronto Raptors in a single night. 81 points. On a professional basketball team. Alone. And the response from the world is not celebration. The response is more hate. Ball hog. Selfish. Bad copy of Michael Jordan. Kobe's own teammates raise Kobe's hands in disgust every time Kobe launches with 2 defenders draped over Kobe. It did not matter that Kobe was building the greatest offensive season of the 21st century. What mattered was that people had already picked their side. And Kobe's side was empty. Kobe played every game like a man punching air, only the air was punching back twice as hard every single possession of every single quarter. While the world was already looking for reasons to roast Kobe, Kobe watches the movie Kill Bill. Kobe hears the phrase Black Mamba. Kobe likes it. Kobe adopts it. Kobe literally gives Kobe a nickname. In every locker room across the league, players erupt in laughter. Gilbert Arenas said it best years later. Everybody hated the Mamba mentality. Everybody hated that Kobe thought that selfishly. Because in professional sports, giving yourself a nickname is like showing up to a wedding wearing white. It is a violation of the unwritten rules. And Kobe did not care. Kobe wanted the separation. Kobe wanted a costume. Kobe wanted a version of Kobe who could operate without conscience while the human Kobe went home to Kobe's family. The Black Mamba was born out of shame, isolation, and defiance. And the world only heard the arrogance. Nobody heard the survival instinct underneath the name, and Kobe never bothered explaining it to a single reporter. Then the wind changes. 2008 arrives. Kobe wins MVP. Kobe drags a wobbly Lakers roster to the finals against the Celtics. Kobe loses. Kobe hears Shaq freestyle a diss track about Kobe on a nightclub microphone. Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. The internet loses collective sanity. But Kobe does not respond publicly. Kobe just works. And a year later, 2009, Kobe wins ring number 4. Kobe's first title without Shaq. Kobe wins Finals MVP. Kobe walks off the court, holds the trophy up, and finally allows Kobe a small smile. Then 2010 happens. Game 7 against Boston. Kobe shoots poorly, but Kobe grabs 15 rebounds. Kobe wills the Lakers over the finish line by refusing to lose. Ring 5. Reporters ask Kobe what the fifth title means. Kobe leans into the microphone and delivers the most petty and glorious sentence of Kobe's career. "I just got one more than Shaq. You can take that to the bank." The Lakers' sideline explodes in laughter. 20 years of pain compressed into 13 words. And here is what almost nobody noticed at the time. That was the exact moment the tide began to turn against the haters and back toward Kobe once and for all. Then April 12, 2013. Kobe drives baseline. Kobe plants Kobe's left foot. Something snaps. Kobe hits the floor. Kobe looks down and knows. Kobe's Achilles is gone. Any normal 34-year-old walks off. Kobe does not. Kobe stands up on one leg. Kobe walks to the free throw line. Kobe shoots both free throws. Both go in. Then Kobe walks off the court under Kobe's own power. That single moment did more for Kobe's public image than 1,000 press conferences could have accomplished. Because in that instant, every fan finally understood what Mamba mentality actually meant. It was not arrogance. It was not selfishness. It was a religion of pain. It was refusing to be carried. And the world watched Kobe hobble off and thought, wait. Maybe we had this guy wrong the whole time. A tendon snapped, and somehow the noise around Kobe softened for the first time in 17 years of professional basketball hostility. Something remarkable happened in the final years. Kobe stopped performing. Kobe stopped being the Black Mamba every second of every day. Kobe started giving longer interviews. Kobe laughed more. Kobe told corny jokes on podcasts. Kobe smiled easier. Kobe posted photos of Kobe's daughters with captions that made grown men cry. Kobe wrote poems about basketball. Kobe won an Oscar in 2018 for a short animated film Kobe narrated. An Oscar. The same Kobe who once tried to release a rap album with Tyra Banks and got mercilessly mocked. Kobe went from music industry punchline to Academy Award winner. Kobe went from juvenile narcissist to global ambassador. The truth is Kobe had always been that person underneath. The Kobe who baked cookies with Gianna. The Kobe who wrote letters to opposing players in Kobe's own handwriting. The Kobe who quietly funded youth basketball. But nobody had cared to look past the mask until the mask stopped fighting to stay on the face of a legend. April 13, 2016. Kobe's last NBA game. Utah Jazz in town. Kobe is 37 years old. Kobe's knees are shot. Kobe's shoulder is held together with tape. And Kobe drops 60 points. 60. On 50 shot attempts. In Kobe's final game. Kobe stands at center court afterward, sweaty, exhausted, victorious, and delivers a farewell. Mamba out. 2 words. 2 syllables. A career. And for the first time in 20 years, every arena in America stood up to cheer for Kobe without any irony. The Boston fans clapped. The Sacramento fans clapped. The San Antonio fans clapped. The Utah fans clapped. Even Detroit clapped. The most hated man in basketball had somehow become the most loved athlete alive on the planet. Here is the piece of the story almost everyone gets wrong. The transformation was not overnight. And it was not because the world softened. It was because Kobe finally allowed the world to see what was already there. Kobe never changed. Kobe just took the armor off. The isolation from Italian childhood. The cold rookie stare. The 3 a.m. workouts. The refusal to attend teammate parties. All of that was armor. And when Kobe finally set the armor down after retirement, people got a look at the human being who had been standing there the whole time. And what people saw was gentle, playful, curious, ferocious about family, obsessed with storytelling, willing to laugh at Kobe's own past mistakes. The most hated player in the world had actually been one of the kindest men in basketball. The problem was that Kobe never bothered to sell that side of Kobe to anybody. Kobe was too busy winning championships. Selling required a smile Kobe never wore in public arenas during battle. Then came the morning nobody wants to talk about. January 26, 2020. A helicopter. A canyon in fog. A phone call that spread across the planet inside 15 minutes. Kobe. Gianna. 7 others. Gone. And the entire world, every fan, every hater, every casual observer, every retired rival, every current superstar, every kid in a driveway pretending to hit a fadeaway, stopped. The internet went silent in a way the internet rarely goes silent. Shaq broke down live on television. Michael Jordan wept publicly at the memorial. Every arena held moments of silence. Fans painted murals on brick walls from Manila to Milan. And it hit everyone at the same time. We had spent 20 years hating Kobe for being different. And then Kobe was gone. And all we had left were the tapes. And the words. And the 81. And the 60. And Mamba out. And a daughter who never got to see her father coach her to a championship trophy on a stage that Kobe had built for her. So maybe the real story of the Black Mamba was never about Kobe being hated or Kobe being loved. Maybe it was about Kobe being the mirror. Kobe reflected back at everybody exactly what everybody was ready to see. When the world wanted a villain, Kobe delivered. When the world wanted a hero, Kobe delivered. When the world wanted a father, a teacher, an artist, a mentor, Kobe delivered that too. Kobe never begged for the world's approval. Kobe simply outlasted the world's opinions. And in doing so, Kobe left a lesson bigger than basketball itself. You do not need to be liked to be great. You just need to keep showing up when everybody has decided you are the enemy. That is the Mamba mentality nobody put on a poster. That is the version of Kobe Bryant nobody quotes in captions. That is the Kobe most people missed while Kobe was still here. And now, finally, we see Kobe clearly. Because sometimes the most hated man in the room turns out to be the most misunderstood soul on the floor. Sometimes the villain was the hero all along. And sometimes the story only makes sense once the storyteller is no longer here to tell it. Kobe was never the villain of Kobe's own story. The world just needed one, and Kobe was the only man in the room strong enough to carry the costume without ever breaking under the weight of every boo. Mamba forever.